work is a great way to add a personal touch to your next project. Whether you're hand making items for a loved one or you're making items to sell and you want to add a personal or company logo, you can do that with labels from Dutch Label Shop. Their labels are woven as opposed to printed or embroidered, which makes them high quality while still being affordable. And you can purchase them in fairly small quantities, around 30 labels, so even if you aren't making hundreds of items, you can still enjoy the luxury of having personal labels. My favorite part of labels from Dutch Label Shop is designing them. They have a really easy to use website that allows you to design your own labels, customizing everything from size to color, numbers of lines of text, the font, and you even have the ability to add fun shapes and symbols. If you're designing a label that has a logo, those logos can be uploaded directly to their site. Their labels come in either sew-in or iron-on variety. Sew-in labels are great for fabrics or garments that don't take well to heat, while iron-on labels are perfect for everything from garments to gifts. So to add our iron-on label, we're of course going to need our iron-on label and our garment or our item that we're adding our label to. We're also going to be needing our pressing surface and our iron. You want your iron set at a cotton setting, so that's a medium to medium-high heat, and you want no steam, so that's a dry iron. Once you have your iron all ready to go ahead and position your item or your garment on your pressing surface and place your label where you want it to be on your item or your garment. If you're adding your iron-on label to a shirt like I am here, a common place to put it is on the inside of the shirt on the collar band. If you're worried about your fabric and you want to protect your fabric as well as the label, when you are pressing, go ahead and use a press cloth, whether that's a baking sheet, a Teflon pressing mat, or just a lightweight piece of cotton. But once you have your label placed where you want it to go, simply bring in your iron and you're going to leave the iron down on the label for just a few seconds. After a few seconds have passed, go ahead and remove the iron, but leave your garment laying flat for a little bit so that adhesive can cool just slightly. And just like that, we have our iron-on label permanently affixed to our garment or our item and it's ready to go. So that's how easy it can be to add your iron-in label to your garment or your item. Now, if you're going to be using the sew-in labels, again, these are great for anything from garments to gifts. So I have a cute little baby quilt here that I want to add one of these handmade with love sew-in tags. I can simply decide where it is that I want to place my label. For me, it's going to be on the wrong side or the back side of my quilt. I can take and put a couple pins in place to hold it, and then I can sew it in place. When you are sewing in your labels, you can do so by either sewing on the short ends of the label or by going all the way around the perimeter of the label. Since this is a baby quilt that I hope gets a lot of wear, which means washing, I'm going to stitch around the perimeter of the label. You can do this by just taking it over to your machine, a simple straight stitch, about 1/8 to 1/16 of an inch away from the edge, and go all the way around, or again, just on the sides. And just like that, you have very easily added a personalized sew-in label to your work. Dutch Label Shop also has care labels, which is a great addition to a project, especially if you're making a garment that needs to be cared for or washed a specific way. You can add lines of text with your washing instructions, or you can add basic care symbols, and they do have a handy chart on their website that helps you know what each of these care symbols mean. Another fun option from Dutch Label Shop are hang tags. Hang tags are larger tags that you can attach to your project and add either a company logo, a personal message, a fun design, or a combination of both. Hang tags are a great way to label your work, especially if you're selling items online or maybe at a local shop or show, but it's also a fun idea to add a hang tag to a handmade gift as well. That way the person that you give it to gets that extra special touch of knowing that it was handmade.